All right. So we've been talking about Kotegaeishi and how a lot of people think that it's just not practical. There's no way that you could ever pull it off under pressure, etc., etc. So I'm going to explain to you why that's wrong, but also why everybody pretty much has Kotegaeishi wrong from the off. Um, it's not a throw, and it's not a submission. It's limb destruction. And in this case, it's been said that any limb destruction can be turned into a submission. You know, it's just a matter of applying the right amount of pressure, whatever. It's not in this case, because this is why Kotegaeishi doesn't seem to work in sport or in sparring. It's because you have to snap it. You have to do it with kime. And if you're not doing that, then yeah, it's way too easy to get out of. And pretty much all the reasons why they say that's true are true. But just for a quick little demonstration, all of the ligaments and muscle fibers in your arm are like the rubbers inside of this band, okay? And what Kotegaeishi does is it twists the band. It twists the ligaments and things inside the arm. And so when you're practicing in the dojo, the defense against Kotegaeishi is to unwind by essentially throwing yourself. Get it? That's why we do it like it's a throw. It's actually uke untwisting their own arm so that they avoid damage. All right? Furthermore, the tighter the bands are, the more likely they are to snap. Okay? And that's why when you're doing Kotegaeishi, that why it's so effective is that it actually gets more powerful the more resistance somebody is putting up, because the tighter they hold those muscles, the more likely they are to tear the ligaments and muscles. And now we're about to show exactly what the thing is, because people think of it as a wrist lock. And, you know, we might start from a wrist hold or something like that in practice for beginners. But as you should know by now from all the things that I've shown you, in practical application, there's variations that we do. And that's what you're going to see now is Kotegaeishi against a punch. So, this works best from a hook punch or a haymaker, something that gives you this outside angle. Of course, you can do it from a straight punch too, but this is just the simplest way to demonstrate it to you. It might be better if we switch sides here, hon. You get on this side. All right, so this, by the way, is the daughter of a Golden Gloves boxer, okay? She's not a trained uke. We're not going to be throwing, but she does know how to throw a punch, all right? And so go ahead and throw a faster speed hook punch. So that's what we're working with, okay? That's that short time frame that we have to work with. So the first thing that you're doing wrong with Kotegaeishi is just trying to grab that wrist in the first place, because, okay, I'm going to step just outside of your range and throw that punch. I'm not going to grab that wrist. Go ahead and throw it again. I'm not going to, you can't snatch a punch out of midair. Of course that's wrong, but that's not what you're trying to do. Aikido is all about angles and blending, okay? So the first part of this is getting your Aiki right. And in this case, she's going to throw that punch, and I'm going to move in and to the side. I'm getting just outside of range of this punch, okay? I want to stay close, but just barely avoid getting hit. Get it? And let's go from this side a little. Yeah, that way they can see. All right, so you're going to throw the punch, and I'm moving just outside of this, and you see how I'm deflecting with this hand? And this hand stays on the inside. Now, you can use this hand to strike the face or something like that, give them something else to think about. You can throw an elbow in there if you want. There's lots of things that you can do to keep them focused on this and staying where you want them. You want them to stay here while you move out here, okay? So now throw your hook, and I'm moving out here, and I'm leaving these arms entangled, okay? Here, let's show the camera. You see how I'm entangling the arm? That's how you start this off, okay? Your inside hand goes on the outside, your outside, you're furthest away from them, goes to the inside. And then you grab at the wrist and turn your body. Okay? Now, everybody says another one of the big problems with it is this other hand. You got to watch out for this other hand. Well, yeah, you do. Throw the punch, because if I don't get my angle right here, and I stay just right here on the inside, throw it, okay? First of all, I'm probably going to get hit by that first punch anyway, but even if somehow I deflected this and I'm just still staying here, go ahead and bring that other arm up. See, she can still pummel me with this hand, okay? Because I'm still right here in front of her. I have to move and get my angle correct. So throw it, I'm moving out here, and then she has to readjust. She has to realign herself to hit me. So I'm actually counting on that. She's going to turn to try and hit me, and I am turning this arm at the same time. Once you have this palm facing their face, anything that they do to come in and hit you, you've robbed them of all their power. And anything that they do to come in and try to readjust that angle is actually twisting against their arm. You can turn your hand like that yourself, and then imagine trying to go, it just doesn't work, okay? So that's why you're not worried about that other hand. Now again, all this stuff happens fast. We're not doing this super slow, like go slow motion punch. We're not going, whoa, whoa. We're not, and then I'm not holding her here and submitting. That's the other thing. Remember, this all happens fast, and that's why this is limb destruction, not submission. Because if I try to hold it, well then of course all she has to do is realign her body, and you know, she can get me with liver shots or whatever, okay? So that does us no good. Let's go ahead and do this from the other angle now, so you can see from that side. All right, yeah, same. So throw your punch, moving out here, and then of course she can readjust her body, try to realign, and punch me, right? Okay, let's turn. Okay, but because I'm moving to the outside, let's keep you right about here, I think will be good. Okay, so throw your hook. I'm going to move out here, and then as she's realigning, I'm also realigning. I'm blending with her energy, but now I'm moving through. Okay? And that... Oh!
Sorry.
Come on. Oh. That's how they end up going down. But again, this isn't the throw. This is limb destruction. So what's actually happening here is I'm getting all of this twisted and bound up, ready to pop, okay? And then there's two things that you can go from here. Let's see. Get you on this side, and then let's get down on the ground so that I can show what's going on with the arm here. So there's two things that you can do, okay? Once you've got the wrist turned so that the palm's facing their face, you can hook the elbow here and do this kind of circle, okay? And twist them that way. Or you can bring this hand up for leverage and push down this way, okay?
I think it'll work better without my second coat.
Okay. So either way, here, let's, try to expose your wrist some. So either way, whether you're doing the circling like that and pulling the elbow in while pushing the wrist down, or bringing your hand up here and then cutting through, either way has the same effect. But you're not really targeting the wrist. The wrist, you can damage the wrist for sure, but that's not really your main thing. What it really does damage to the elbow and the shoulder. And of course it throws them off balance, as you saw when she fell down. So when you do the whole thing, there you go. So was it working better from this ink? No, because I end up with my back to the camera. So let's try from here. So when she throws her hook, I move outside and then through. Okay? Let's get it from this side now. We'll just keep getting all the angles until, move back some. Okay. All right, again, she throws her hook, I move outside and through. So I go through the body, let go and get you out of me. All right, I go through the body and stay kind of there for reference too. Stay like close to me, put your hip to my hip. So I'm moving past her hip with my step, okay? Which is what brings her all the way off balance. And down. I'm moving through and down as I'm cutting or twisting the elbow, okay? I'm either cutting down from the wrist or I'm pulling the elbow and pushing the wrist. In any case, I'm bringing her center off balance. This is where her center is, but I've blended with her center, so when I move through, I pull that all the way back here. And that is how I end up damaging the arm and disrupting the balance at the same time. Now, once they fall down, you start to unwind that, okay? But again, that's why this is limb destruction, because you're not just simply letting go, okay? You're coming through here, and then you're coming down here, and when the body goes down, you've still got that arm. And while you've got this arm, and the body weight all pulls to the floor, you're going to snap that thing. And that is how Kotegaeishi works from a punch.